every golfer has in common. When it comes to Christmas, Secret Santa, birthday, whatever the occasion, you're more than likely going to get a novelty golf present. Guys, welcome back to a brand new video. Simon down here at Burford Golf Lab. Golf balls, novelty golf balls, that present that every golfer gets, and if you haven't already got it, you will get it in the future. So I'm going to be doing a test, and it's the situation where you've hit your last Swixen distance out of bounds, and you're looking through the bag, and all you can see is that present that you got 2 years ago, and a pack of these, whether it's got an emoji on it or a basketball, whatever. How good are these balls? Because I'm not gonna lie, they feel and sound like an absolute pebble. So I want to test how good they actually are. Now I can't actually test these ones on the GC2, so I'm going to use the baseball covered one, as that actually resembles somewhat of a golf ball. And we're going to test it against the Pro V1X. The reason I'm doing that is A, it's really high end and expensive, so I want to test. I mean, these aren't exactly cheap either. I mean, they're not exactly the best value, but I want to test what, let's say, the ultimate ball for my swing speed is against something like this. I'm not also going to be using my driver in this test because, well, I'll just show you the clip.
It's dangerous, isn't it?
Yeah, we'll call that one a day. And we haven't tightened the screen yet. We're going to be doing that tomorrow, so I'm just going to be hitting irons because I don't want to break a window. However, what irons I am going to be using are the Ping Blueprint. Let that focus on these bad boys. Now, I haven't done a review because everyone's done a review on it, and all I'm going to say is they're expensive and they look good, but they definitely look good and they feel good. So I'm going to be hitting a wedge, a 7-iron and a 4-iron with these Blueprint irons, and using novelty golf ball against the Pro V1X. And what I'm looking for is the spin rate, the distance. I can't really go against off-center hits and off-shot hits because that's me, but general feel and sound when I'm hitting these, and give you guys a verdict of whether you're just more likely to just walk in after a round if you run out of golf balls, or do you stick down the cue ball. I mean, you're going to get ripped by your mates, but do you stick down the cue ball and see where you go from there? Okay, novelty ball test. Wedge, 7-iron, 4-iron. Let's see how it performs. First of all, sounds horrendous and also disintegrates in the hands. You'll watch at the end, I'll show you a comparison. 9 shots I hit with this, and it's basically breaking apart. Slid all across the Ping blade irons. So yeah, it goes to show the durability of good golf balls. Also want to know, my camera was focusing in and out throughout this video. Apologies, it was on the wrong setting, and also I'm sort of swaying now. I love swaying back and forth like I'm on a ship. If some of you are feeling a bit seasick, again, I do apologise. Working on the presenting skills. So automatically, Pro V1X versus this novelty golf ball, spin rate was the issue, as well as the Pro V1X just sounded a lot more solid. The ball speed was up. Overall, across the board, there's no question, as you would imagine, the Pro V1X beat it in every department. I nearly hold this one. Look, he's beside himself. He loves it. That would have been a great bit of content. So there's no question that it's better in every department. However, are we really that surprising, as it's 45 quid for a dozen? Obviously not. The question is, can you play golf with this ball? Of course you can play golf with this ball. It's a golf ball. And you give this to a tour pro, he's still going to go and shoot a decent score with it. However, my confidence levels in this golf ball were not high. The fact that half of its skin was already over this 7-iron doesn't fill you with confidence. It might not make the round of 18 holes. I'm being serious, this might actually crack. If you hit it with a driver and you're of a decent clubhead speed, it might crack. However, low spinning golf ball, which could be suited to some people out there. If you watch my last video on the Vaseline on the driver, low spinning can definitely help, obviously in terms of distance. And even though the ball speed on the novelty ball was a lot lower than the Pro V1X, as you imagine, it actually went pretty much similar distance purely because of the low spin. Now that's not great for controlling shots, as you saw with the 7-iron. And I only hit 2 shots with the 7-iron because it kept, no, 3 shots, but I only saw 2 because of the focusing. It's a lot lower, so trying to get this ball to stop in the green is near on impossible. And you'll see this novelty 4-iron stinger. I absolutely flushed this, but you can see how low it is. Like on a hot summer's day, no wind, I'm not stopping that for fun. Whereas that is why I say, especially for the faster swing speeds, that's why spin rate's so key. Because you want that high ball speed, you want to be able to get it to target, but at the same time, you need it to stop. You need to have some kind of controllability with it, as well as the bad shots. The bad shots with this ball was just bad because there's no backspin. So if you put any side spin on this thing, it's gone. But I mean, it's not even the best value for it money either, because you can get some soft feels, super softs, whatever you want to call them. They're far better than this. However, you can play golf with this golf ball, there's no question about it, and it's a bit of fun. I know there's a few juniors that I teach that are watching this. Keep using the cue ball, keep using the tennis ball until your swing speed gets above 40 miles an hour. But as you can see, as soon as I put the Pro V1X in the 4-iron hands, it's just chalk and cheese. You can see the difference and the height I'm getting with my 4-iron. I'm being able to get that controllability, the spin rate, you name it. Anyway, guys, there's a roundup of the novelty ball versus Pro V1X. Let's round up this video. I wanted to show you guys basically me hitting this ball 9 times because it's basically disintegrating in my hands. Now, don't get me wrong, these balls are normally going to be for juniors, so obviously they're not going to be hitting as hard, but still, this thing's falling to bits in my hands, and probably goes to show higher quality balls out there and how long they last. And again, you can see the remnants of that ball basically being shaved like a piece of cheese across these new blade irons. Okay, so let's get into the numbers. Obviously, I've talked about feel and sound and everything else like that. But let's just sum it up. Spin rate, a lot higher with the Pro V. There's no question. You can see the launch. You can just see it in the ball flight that it's going higher. But also, ball speed on average was up throughout, quite considerably, and that's obviously why not only is the ball going higher, but it's going just as far, which means that you're going to get more control and more stopping on the greens. That is essentially ball fitting 101. Now, I'm not saying Pro V1's for everyone. It's pretty much, especially the X, it's too hard compression for most, so there's no point being able to hit a ball far off the tee and then not being able to hit a wedge and get it stop on the green. That's why, like Swix and soft feel, super softs, whatever you want to call them, the 80 compression balls, pretty much for 70% of golfers is the better ball, and it's cheaper, so save yourself some money. So you can see ball speed, especially with the Pro V1, 142 average, 137, 128 with the 7, 123 with the so ball speed, there's some difference. However, because the spin rate's lower throughout the novelty ball, actually the distances aren't that bad. Now again, I go back to the stopping power, not really that much difference. However, with a driver test, it'd be very interesting. As I say, I can't really hit a driver at the moment, but I don't think there'd be much in it between these two balls purely on spin rate. If I kept that spin rate low, the ball speed's going to be higher, there's no question, but is it going to be a lower spinning ball than a Pro V1X? And that potentially could be the case. Therefore, distance, however, dispersion, especially with my driving, is somewhat questionable. Anyway, guys, there's the numbers. Read into them as much as you want. Less boring stuff. Let's finish the video. So guys, there you have it. There is my test of the novelty golf balls. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. As always, leave this video a like if you liked it. Please subscribe if you're new. Catch you guys later.